Hey, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Booblethon 2K21. Woo, so glad to be here. Okay, Jabria is showing up. Hey, Jabria, how are you?
Hello, I am great. I got none of the adulting I said I was going to do done.
I got none of the adulting done either, but we here. Oh, we
We
got
here.
people in the comments already. Hey, Barrett. See, Barrett don't know that he's like one of my real good friends in my head because us chronic illness folks, we got to stick together. Um, Sid's here. Let's see, Maya's here. Let's see. Okay, Word is here. Tiny Scribe is eating ravioli. CB394 is here. What up? What up? So, I just want to thank you all for coming out. The link to donate to the Breast
Hello.
Cancer Research Foundation is below.
We are at 106, I think, at last glance.
Woo! Devin is here. Howdy. So glad you can make it through. I'm going to tell you something, Jabria, before we start. I'm so excited, but this feels really weird for me streaming in the daytime because my stream is at 9 o'clock at night. So it's always dark when I stream.
It's a nighttime stream. Listen, the writer's water at night, but today we.
Yes. So, those of you who are not usually on my stream, I am Portia. I'm the president of Your Writers Water Club, where we sit around and we discuss all things writing culture, and other fun stuff. So we just sit around and we sip water and we just have a good time. So we're going to bring a little bit of that energy here. Thank you for Jabria for being here up with me. And I love the haircut. Oh, that is so cute.
Thank you. Listen, y'all are going to hype me up on every video, and I'm here for it. Thank y'all. I need to cut it again. Like, it's grown out since I first cut it, and it's kind of irking me. I need to get my brother to cut it back down, but it's all good. Why is my front door open? Hold on.
Okay. Like I said, the link to donate is below if you can. If you can't, just your energy and your being here hanging out is so deeply appreciated. The Naked Firefly is here. Author Kiera L. Rose in the house. We love to see it. So, how we gonna roll? We gonna chat a little bit. We gonna laugh a little bit. We gonna booble a little bit. We gonna have some sprints. I am actually going to be dedicating my sprints to a couple people I know who have lived with breast cancer, and that's how we gonna roll. We gonna just do it. We gonna have a good time. We got 10 people. Okay, people actually do watch sprints during the day. I feel like a vampire that never sees light. I'm just like, I don't know what to do. So with that, thank you, Barrett. Yes, the like button is very much appreciated. And if anybody wants to consider subscribing, that is appreciated as well, because people who are usually on my stream know that odd numbers kind of freak me out, and I'm at an odd number of subscribers. So if anybody wants to subscribe, then that is appreciated as well. So what we're going to do, if it's all right with you, Jabria, we're just going to jump into a warm-up sprint.
Sounds good to me.
All right, let me it would be nice if I typed it into the actual YouTube. To get the timer. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So we're going to do a 15-minute warm-up sprint, and then we will come back, talk about what we did and how we did, and we'll just chat, and we will booble along from there. So let me share my screen, and we are off to the races. And I want to thank the incomparable Sid Sapak for this
This
lovely
timer is so pretty. I can't get over it.
It's gorgeous. So I will see you all at the bottom of the 15. Good luck. All right, we're back, we're back, we're back. And how did everybody do in that first sprint? Tell me how you did, what you did over there in the chat box. I will tell you all. Ah, that was a very productive sprint for me. And I got a lot of things done. Most important of which, I now feel like a person because, okay, so I have to tell you all two things. My sleep schedule is almost completely reversed. So 1 o'clock in the afternoon is still kind of early to me. I mean, I'm awake, but it's still kind of early. So I realized I was like, why do I not feel like me? Well, it's like, child, you don't have your earrings on. You just showed up ill prepared. I hadn't lit my incense because I always have incense or a candle burning. It's just part of my routine for writing. I come in my office, I light a candle or an incense or something. So I had skipped like 5 steps in my routine. So I was like, that's why I fell off. So I did all of those things and I scarfed down chickpeas because I was hungry and I could eat chickpeas every day. Um, I thought about having a because I ate breakfast at 4:30 this morning. That's a whole nother story for another day. But um, they're saying that I'm hitting all the relatable vibes. That's true. I put my music on to kind of do my writing routine so I can be like where I'm supposed to be mentally. So I was like, let me play some music. And then I was like, oh shit, did I mute myself? Can they hear my music? And I was like, nobody needs to hear me blasting like Chloe Have Mercy like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It was a thing. Um, so I basically got set up in that sprint. Jabria will be right back. So let's see. CB394 did grocery shop for the first week of Nano and 98 words. Excellent. That is outstanding. So I was talking a little bit last week about on my Wednesday night sprint about NaNoWriMo. This is my 14th year doing NaNoWriMo. But y'all, I don't know if I want to do it anymore. And I've said this last year. I said last year would be my last year doing it. And then I was like, oh, I'm so used to doing it. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do it. So I'm trying to figure out because I will be writing along. I will be still hosting sprints for NaNoWriMo. I don't know if I want to do it. Sad as I'm like, I will also be writing 50,000 words. And it's like, girl, just do the NaNoWriMo. But it's not going to be all in one project. So that's where we are at. Setting up incense burning, cup of tea made. Yep, similar to my routine. Okay, so what did you get done, Jabria?
Um, let's see, what did I do? I did a little laundry. I
Okay.
filled the kettle up to start a cup of tea, and I never actually turned the kettle on. I just realized.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I went from Food Network being like my background noise to HGTV, and I went through and did a little bit of cleaning up on what I wrote in the last stream because I realized there's a lot of grammatical errors. But yeah. Oh yeah, and I see Sky outside.
Okay. You got a lot done. I got a lot done. Look, I feel like myself now. I had not done my writing routine. I had not done my getting ready routine before I write. So that's why I'm like, I just felt off. But I am better. Let's see. Naked Firefly just picked up the babies. Hug the babies for me.
And me.
See, relatable on the wobbly IKEA table sister and that I'm a music person. Like that's one of my main hobbies. Like I'm actually very frugal, but I bought these really expensive headphones because I listen to music all the time. So these are the Sony XM4s, worth every penny. Look, now caveat to that, I say worth every penny, and I got them on back market, so I did not pay full price for these. They're worth every penny of what I paid for them, like on back market. So these are like what are these like $300 or some dollar headphones? I did not pay that much because I'm too frugal for that. But
See,
yeah,
that's what I need. That's what I'm asking for Christmas, like a good set of noise canceling headphones. Like
yeah,
I've got it. I've got a set. It's like a $30 set I got out of what's that place called? Best Buy. And
Hmm.
they work good. They're just not. I don't know. They don't cancel out enough noise to me.
Okay. The noise canceling on these are really good. So if you can find them on Back Market or another site where it's like refurbished, but they guarantee them. Like if you have like a website that you use for stuff that has like still they'll give you a warranty, so it's cheaper. These have excellent noise canceling.
Okay.
But here's the tea, right? So we can laugh about this because in my house it's just me and my husband, right? We're both only children. We both wear our noise canceling headphones all the time. So God forbid there's some kind of emergency and one of us is like screaming for help because we both wear noise canceling headphones all the time. So I don't know. I would have to come on here, look, scramble in here, hit go live on StreamYard and just start screaming so y'all can bring some help to my house because he's not gonna hear me. He in there sleep right now. So I was in here when I started up. I said, he's taking a nap. And I was like, I hope he remembers that I'm doing this. Because he knows that I usually stream. I was like, I hope he don't walk in here in various undress. I was like, either that will get me more subscribers, or because I was like, knowing YouTube, I was like, that actually will bump up my subscribers if he comes in here undressed. But I was like, I didn't wake him up and remind him. So I'm like, I hope he'll just come in here. But the way my back is to the door, so I'd catch him before y'all would see him. But still, let's see. What's everyone working on? I am actually going to work on an essay for a fellowship. That's the most unexciting thing ever. So hopefully I'll get a chance to actually work on some fiction before the stream is over.
Uh, what in the world?
No, because I was listening to Chloe Have Mercy. That's
Okay,
right.
okay. I missed that part. I
Okay.
was like, wait.
That's when I was blasted, and then I was like, "Am I still on mute? I hope they don't hear me." So, what are you working on? You said you're gonna work on the short story a little bit. But,
Yeah, I literally just came up with a sentence late last night, like up into this morning when I was inside. Me and my good buddy Insomnia were sitting up, and it's partially based on the house I'm in now. It's an older house, and
yeah.
so we always used to joke when I was a kid. Mind you, it's my aunt's house as well. But we used to joke when I was a kid that the house is haunted. And so
Right.
now I'm in it and I'm like, is it haunted or is it just, oh, case in point again, the door is open again. I'm pretty sure it's just the hardware now. It's not the ghost. But the sentence I came up with was they say the brick house on Iris Lane is haunted. That was the starter. That's what I'm going with. There's no plot here. It's just
Okay.
vibes.
But you know what? I love that because I'm a pantser, so that's like most of how my stuff starts. It's just like a sentence or something I'll think of, and it's just we're just gonna do vibes because I can't plot myself out of a wet paper bag. So that's how we have to do it. So that's and you know what? It's probably both your hardware and a ghost because look, you know I live in the South too, and all of our houses are haunted. So
They're all haunted. No, like honestly, when we first moved in, there's a there's a fire alarm in the basement. There's also a basement. This is the first house I've ever stayed in with the basement, you guys. It scares the crap out of me. And every now and again, we just hear like this beep. Like the fire alarm batteries need to be changed. We didn't know the fire alarm was down there. And so it just be a sporadic beeping. And we just be like, is everything okay? Like we've checked the ones upstairs and they're perfectly fine.
I suggest y'all go down there in Paris and change that fire alarm. I don't think I can go
We
that
finally
though.
sent my brother down there and he's like, yeah, there's a fire alarm over there. The batteries need to be changed. Oh, and by the way, there's a light down here that y'all never cut off. And we're like, oh, yeah, see? I'm not going down there. I know there's nothing down there but furniture and my uncle's old records, which one day I would drag up here and go through. But I'm not going down there. Just I'm not.
So I rarely go in my basement either. And it's not even that the basement itself scares me. Like, well, the reason I don't go in my basement now is because it is The name just popped right out of my head. The snakes, copperheads. It's copperhead season here in Virginia.
Absolutely not.
So we have a Facebook group for the neighborhood I live in, and like two people were like, "Yeah, there was a full size copperhead in my basement." So yeah, so that's why I'm not going to my basement now.
Nope.
And our basement is sealed. It's unfinished, but it's sealed. So I doubt anything is down there. But it's copperhead season. We had a couple years ago one got in our garage, and but it was a baby. It wasn't like a full size snake. But it was like it was like a baby snake got in our little like a baby snake got in the garage. So it was funny because we didn't know what it was. Now I'm from DC, born and raised. I was a city girl through and through. So this living in the country thing is new to me. We think it's a worm, right? We're like, oh, a worm. It's like this. So my husband is I'm married to a Yankee. He's from Jersey originally, right? So we're like, oh, what is that? And we and he takes it outside. We have like the nosiest neighbors ever. I've talked about my nosy neighbors. So our neighbors are outside, and it's like, "Hey Ed, what you got there?" And he was like, "Copperhead, you want it?"
I cannot. I love it.
So he threw the snake over in the woods, but we have them down here. We rarely see one, but like when we had somebody come and do some lawn work, it's a father and son. Now you live in the middle of nowhere when this is like Mayberry down here. So a guy comes and his son, and they come in and they're doing the grass and they're doing some lawn work for us. The guy tells us with a straight face. He was like, yeah, he was like, my son saw a 3 foot copperhead on your property, but he ran it over with the lawnmower.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Sir, what?
Sounds about right. No, my we I don't know what kind of snakes they are in this area, but um where my high school in my hometown was built, it was built over a I guess where it's like a common snake mating ground in our area.
Mm-hmm.
And so the snakes still come. And so every spring we would have an issue with there being baby snakes just loose in the basement with the band. Like every single year, the band would be chased out of the band room by baby snakes. And it surprised me, like the house I've been down, mind you, spoiler alert, I'm in my hometown, so the snakes are still here somewhere. But I live near a creek, and I was expecting more snakes. I have yet to see a snake. What I have seen since we moved is an abundance of frogs. There are frogs in my like they congregate in my driveway on a nightly basis, and I'm like, why are you? Please leave. Please leave.
Now, we have frogs. We don't have them every day, but when we get a hard rain, and those tree frogs are so loud, right? So let me tell y'all, and I promise we're gonna do another sprint at some point. I promise. Well, I told y'all I'm a city girl. We moved down here. Now, born and raised in the city, I had never actually heard a frog in real life. I only heard like the sound of frogs make, like Sesame Street. You growing up, and they be like a frog, ribbit, ribbit, whatever, right? So when I actually heard a frog, we're sitting outside. We have a fire pit, and I hear the noise, and the city in me is looking around like, what? So I'm trying to just be cool, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, what is that? And my husband's like, oh, you mean the frogs? Sir, that was not a ribbit. It's like a, I was like, is that really how real frogs sound? And he just thinks it's hilarious. Because I'm like, that's unsettling. And they're loud. But they're little. Like the tree frogs we have are so small, but they're
Tiny.
really
They're
loud.
they're so tiny, but they're so loud.
They're so, I mean, and when we get a hard rain, I mean, they scream. And one time I opened my front door because the frogs were so loud. And I don't remember if I had a headache or something was going on with me. And I literally opened my front door and I was like, hey, shut up out there. I closed the front door, right? So, and they like skipped a beat, like, And then they started up again, but I was just like, y'all shut up out there. People here trying to sleep. So between that and our neighbor's cat that hangs out in our yard, and he is the oldest, fattest cat that ever existed, probably on Earth.
Oh, kitty.
Yes. But he hangs out in our yard, so he gets mad every time we mow our lawn because he likes to hunt out there. Now he has never caught anything because he's old, fat, and slow. But he likes to pretend that he's out there hunting in our front yard. So every time we mow the grass, he gets mad. He gets such an attitude that he stands in the walkway, and when he catches my husband's eye, he just kind of glare at him. And I'm like, what?
Like, how dare you cut down my hunting ground?
Right. He was like, how dare you mow your own lawn? He was like, really? I thought we were better than that. So so that's what we would. Okay, I missed a whole lot of comments because I'm running my mouth.
We're mostly discussing how snakes are spawns of Satan.
Basically, it's somebody is like, aren't copperheads poisonous? Extremely. Um I will never set foot in Virginia again. I don't suggest it. You know how people usually have like loyalty to like the state they live in?
No.
I'm not that person. People like
Don't come to South Carolina either. We ain't got much around here.
Like, I don't suggest it.
Listen, 0 out of 10 do not recommend.
Do not recommend. But you know what? I will say the same thing as a native Washingtonian. I don't understand why people move to DC. People love it. People move to DC, and I don't understand.
See, I like DC, but I also feel like I like DC because I only go. I'm never there no longer than a week. Like, I feel like longer than that, and I might be like, okay, I'm good. And then also, I've heard how expensive it is to live in DC, and I'm also good. Because
DC is extremely expensive. I will tell you this because I've known my husband. Me and my husband, our 4-year wedding anniversary is coming up in November, right? We've been together 9 years. Before I met my husband, and I lived in my apartment by myself. Now, a studio apartment and efficiency in downtown DC. I lived there in 2010 and 11. And my rent was almost $1,200. No bedroom, just I think I was paying. What was I paying? Was it 10.45, 11.45, something like that?
Well, I will give South Carolina that one credit. It is relatively affordable to live here. Like I just now happen to look at like 1-bedroom apartments for rent. A decent one you're looking at 800, 900. It's not terrible.
Okay, that's
Now,
not.
mind you, this is upstate South Carolina. I'm pretty sure like down near Charleston, it's ridiculous. It's probably it's more big city level living prices, but upstate South Carolina, you can get a 1-bedroom apartment for like 800, 900. It's not bad.
That's not bad at all. But you know, I have to say this. And look, I promise the people, because y'all hanging in there with us, look, we're going to sprint.
We're going to get no sprinting, guys. We promise.
We're going to sprint. It's going to happen. But I will just say this because my husband loves HGTV. I watch it sometimes. He loves HGTV. I like HGTV, but I like to just watch the marathons on not Peacock, the one where you can just watch the channels that have just the same show over and over again. I like the tiny house shows. That's the ones I like. I like to watch the people in the tiny houses, right? I could never live in a tiny house, but I like to watch them. But the one where people are buying houses, here's what I don't, and I'll watch the shows with him, but it makes me angry. The house hunters, here's why it makes me mad. I don't know where the people are getting the money from because it'll be people and they're just like,
it's like I'm a teacher. I raise honeybees. We have $1 million budget.
Exactly. I swear. And they'll be like, we started our own business as, professional apple bobbers in 2019. And, we have a $2 million budget. Where's the money coming from?
Where are you getting? How? Where? Do you not have bills? Do you student loans. Like, what is happening?
And I'm always perplexed because I swear it is always a teacher and a professional popcorn maker or something crazy. And they have all this money for like the best house ever. And I'm like,
How?
how? I'm like, I don't understand.
So, fun fact about House Hunters. One of the things we did in my French class, we used to watch House Hunters International
Mhm,
because my French teacher in high school, he was like, "You're not only gonna get the language, you're gonna get the culture." And so he would pick out like House Hunters in either France or you're like a Francophile country, and we
mhm,
watched that episode. And one day he told us, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed on House Hunters, they always have of the three houses, one or two are always like decorated, and
mhm.
there's one that's just empty.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, the empty one's the one they pick.
Now that I think about it, I never really thought about that.
Ever since he said that, when I watch it, I'm like, you know what? You know what?
Wait, $1,900 a month for a studio
Oh,
in 2009. That sounds about right for DC because when I was in my apartment, it was like $11.45 a month. That was technically rent controlled. How that's considered rent controlled in DC, I don't know, but that was a rent controlled apartment. Um, the studio for $1,200 was rent controlled, and yeah, and we had rooftop parking on the building I was in, and that was like an additional $300 a month. Thankfully, I didn't drive, so that was fine. I didn't need it.
why
But
was your parking fee lease of my car payment? What?
oh yeah, it's usually that. Like it's because driving isn't really a thing in these. I'm sorry, that was a flock of birds. I was like, what is going on out there? But yeah, so that's standard for DC. My parents own, so that's not bad. And their property value has gone up, but I don't think they'll ever sell, so they're good. Let's see, when I exactly, they picked the house before they filmed. I was like, why are they lying? But
Better yet, who's like? Are these just other empty houses? Who is letting you just go into their house just for show? I'm always wondering where the other houses come from. Like, are these just other like set up houses, or are people just letting you into their house? I have questions regarding house
you
hunters.
know what? I have questions about house owners too, because the other thing I have noticed, it's always one house of the three that has something really freaking odd about it. I mean, like really freaking odd. I saw one episode where they had bunk beds made into the wall. Sir or ma'am? What? The bunk that they were made, it was a wooden, like it was like, but
Did
they
they just have twins and we're just like we're gonna be here forever? Let's go
it
for it.
was a wood paneled wall. It was like they had wood paneled the wall, and then they had like affixed or somehow the bunk beds were in the wall, and the people that were looking at the houses were like, well, we don't have a need for bunk beds. They were like, it's going to be a cost because how it was made into the wall. It was like, we'll have to pay to get the wall redone and get them to, pull the beds out and do the wall. And they were like, it actually was like some insane amount of money about like,
It's
taking
never
bunk
worked.
beds.
Like, why would you? Why would you?
I mean, but I just want to know. I want to be the producer that finds that third house that's just really odd because it'll just be a regular house and it looks good, and then they're showing them the house, and then they're like, "This is the fireman's pole. Why is there a fireman's pole in this house?"
No,
Always
I would say
looking
because my first reaction would be, "Are you sure that's a fireman's pole?
exactly.
Are you sure firemen were sliding down this pole?"
Yeah, exactly. But like one house, I remember one house, it was like supposed to be a vacation home, and then they had to break the news to the couple. They were like, so this house technically doesn't have a kitchen, but here's what you can do. What?
So it's technically not a okay. Okay. All right.
And I'm just like, even a vacation home, I know you don't live there all the time, but when you come to the vacation home,
Like so it's not a house, it's just a big suite.
but it kind of, it was just an odd little house. And I'm like, where did they find it? But then they were like, but it's directly on the beach.
That's how they get you.
They were just
Yeah, like there's no kitchen, there's no bathroom. It's literally just a sofa in a box, but it is on the beach.
and they're just like, I mean, but they do that. And what I want to know, how many takes does it take? Because the realtor is just like, yeah, there's no bathroom. They're like, but we've arranged for you to have 24-hour access to a porta potty out back behind the house, but you are steps from the beach. They were like, the porta potty usually would cost the extra, but we'll throw it in. Like, but don't you love this view? And I'm
But the necessities, not even amenities, the necessities are not here. You've literally
like,
just giving me, do you just want me to shower in the water? Am I just want to run out into the surf to take my daily shower? Just run up to the surf with a bar soap.
and anybody who's ever been in the ocean or even on the beach, because I'm not a swimmer, but my God, it takes 3 years to get all the sand off your person. Like every time I have ever been to the beach,
It gets everywhere. There is sand everywhere.
I'm like, I went to the beach for 2 days. I was there for a weekend. It is now the following Friday. There should not still be. I have showered 16 times since I went to the beach. There is still sand.
Portia, how did we get here? We started talking about snakes, and now we're at
Okay. So I'm gonna put us into a sprint because it.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at the comments, and I'm really glad we're making this stream for y'all.
I am too. Like, I'm really glad. I am saying this like glitter and tinsel. It's bad in my house.
Don't listen. We're gonna get into the sprint, and then I will have a rant about tinsel.
You know what? I was gonna say the same thing about glitter. We will get into a sprint and we will come back.
Let's not talk.
Where it says Jesus take the wheel. It's like every time somebody says Jesus take the wheel to me, I'm like, Jesus isn't available to drive. And it kills my husband. Like, Jesus is not available to drive. Oh my goodness. Let me find. Okay. Here it is. I think I had a 20-minute timer. This has dogs on it. Is that gonna bother me? I love dogs. It's just I'm picky about timers. Like, I can't have certain things because it bothers me. Let's see.
Speaking of dogs, I think mine is ready to come in. She's tired of the wilderness.
She said, she was like, look, do I still live here? You gonna bring me in? What?
Once we get off camera, I have a story about Sky Sky has really shown out today. That's why she's outside now being an outdoor dog. But
Sky's like, I didn't sign up for this. So okay, I'm gonna throw us into this 20-minute. I'm gonna throw us into this 20-minute timer, and at the end of the 20 minutes, we will come back. We will talk about how we did what we did. We will rant about tinsel, glitter, sand, all, rice, whatever you want. Because I actually have a hilarious story about rice that may or may not be fit for YouTube. I'll figure out during this sprint if I can actually tell that story. So with that, And you can go get your dog because guys feeling like I think I live outside.
Yep.
So with that, my loves, we are going to go directly into this 20-minute timer. I will see you all on the other side of it, and best of luck. all right. We are back. We are back. Jabria, what you get done during that sprint?
I chased the dog around the neighborhood.
Okay, all right.
I went to go get Sky from the backyard, and she's broken her chain, and so she's just trotting around the neighborhood, just freewheeling.
Did you get her? I'm
I got her.
assuming.
She's on the floor right now.
Okay, okay.
Only because she came in and immediately dropped of exhaustion, as she should. But yeah, she saw me like she was in the front yard when I came back from the backyard, and she's looking at me. And I take 2 steps with her, and she just takes off. And finally, I didn't even have to catch her. She finally just got tired enough that she came. When I got back to the house, she was laying in front of the front door, like, I'm done. This was enough physical activity today.
Wow.
But yeah, I chased the dog.
Well, that's one way to spend a sprint. Anybody else who wants to tell me how you did what you did, drop it over there in the live chat so we can get into what I like to call the tinsel talk segment. Tinsel and glitter, and I've decided that the rice story is not appropriate, but we will all do a private sprint where I will tell it's a hilarious story.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But yes, we have to get down to brass tacks about some of the most annoying substances in the world, to include glitter, tinsel, and what is that stuff? I'm thinking. Let's see. 406 words for Colin.
We love to see it.
Finish the horror short.
We love to see finished projects.
Yes. And I read horror sometimes. It depends. Like I love Tenavery Dew and her husband Stephen Barnes. They write really good horror. Jabria Reed, ma'am, I'm the VP of Writers Water Club. Look.
I never said you weren't.
Nobody said you weren't, Sid. Sid just popped up out of
hop on if you would like to come on, but
I sent the link because Sid could be up here in his
I was not coming for your position, Sid, I promise.
Jabria is not coming from. Look, we love everybody here at the Writers Water Club. We are let's see. CB394, 110 words. And I have to say this because look, I'm a woman of a certain age. Every time I see CB394 in the comments of a sprint, you know what I think of. You're a little bit younger than me, so you might not have this story. That movie CB4 with Chris Rock. When he was supposed to be the gangster rapper and they had this song, I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. Okay.
I know the I'm black, y'all, but I've never known the context of it.
Okay. It was the name of the movie was CB4. So it's a hilarious movie. Okay. And that is absolutely right. Yes. Great job, everybody, except for me, because I got nothing of substance accomplished during that sprint. I sang my lungs out to Tayana Taylor.
As you should. As you should.
There was no productivity to be found in that sprint. See, Naked Firefly, I know that movie. See, you have to be born in a very small window to really get the reference. Like, it's a hilarious movie. Let's see. Colin's stories are great no matter the genre because of his unique narrative voice. Okay, I'm here for unique narrative voice.
We love it.
We love it, and I do write because I know it's a chat. I'm chatting today, but I'm like, I do actually write sometimes. I get some words down. Oh, Sid is feeling challenged because of the amount of water it appears that you.
First of all, sir, it's not a jug. Second of all, the thing's been full since 9 o'clock, and I'm only I'm definitely like 4 hours behind. But you know what?
Wait, let me 1 second. Hey Google, is it going to rain?
It's likely. Today in Lake of Woods, there's a good chance of rain from now until about 6 p.m.
Okay. It's gonna rain, y'all, because it got really dark and I'm seeing stuff flying around. It should be fine.
Oh,
No
we
worries.
did I send it your way? Because that was literally just happening the last sprint.
No, it just got really, really dark here in the
Like it was
rain.
a massive dark cloud and like wind, but it was still like relatively nice outside.
Okay.
And that was gone. It must have just traveled up to Virginia. Sorry.
Colin, merci mon ami. Aw. Aw. Okay. And CV394 is leading us into our heated discussion about glitter and tinsel. Here's why I hate glitter. I accidentally broke my big Harry Potter Christmas tree ornament last year. Last year, y'all. Almost 1 year later, I'm still finding pieces
Oh
of glitter.
no.
Oh no. Oh.
And see, I feel that way about tinsel. We for Mother's Day last year, we got my mom. There was a lady I knew who made like pedicure baskets. So she made her own sugar scrub and her own shea butter and stuff like that. And so I had her make my mom a pedicure basket.
Mm-hmm.
Everything came nestled in this giant nest of tinsel, and we kept it in the box. It stayed relatively packed in the box until we got ready to move. And the box itself made it to the laundry room. And in the chaos of moving, somebody knocked it over.
Oh no.
And so we walked into the laundry room and there was just tinsel everywhere. And it's been a month. And I'm still, when I walk into the laundry room, I'm going to walk out with at least 3 or 4 pieces of tinsel on my foot. We've swept, we've vacuumed, we've done everything. It won't go away. It won't go away.
Oh God, tinsel is the gift that keeps on giving. Okay, so I have to. Barrett, look, this is why Barrett is quickly becoming my best friend in my head. I hate glitter because of my 2 years dating a drag queen. Y'all, we've been broken up for 15 years and I still find glitter when I dig through my old bins. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm going to say this now. And I promise you, zero pressure, Barrett. We have got to do a stream together. I know you stream. I popped into your streams as well. We have got to figure out a time and a place to stream together because
I need to become a member of Barrett Streams because yeah, Barrett, we are one. This is Barrett is our people.
Barrett is our people. Everybody here is our people.
Yeah, this whole
Everybody
group is
here,
our people.
like, let's see. Don't get me started on sequins. I will have that stress vein in my neck pop out. That's what I was trying to think about. Sequin. Okay. So, I think we all have a sequin story. Because I know for me, I did not go through a sequence phase, but there was a phase. If you were a teenager, young adult in the early 2000s, there was a brief, and I wanted to say glorious, but a brief and not glorious time when everything had some kind of a either glitter or lace, sometimes both. Um, it was a glittery, lacy time. And I I had shirts. Well, I had a shirt with glitter and sequins on it because clearly I was doing my impersonation of a disco ball. Clearly, because it was sequins and glitter. Um, and for years, I think until we moved out of that apartment, yeah, we were still. Sequins are the worst. Um,
I don't know. I feel like they're still around. But you know the little like crafting kits they used to have for like little kids. My nana thought it would be cute to get me one of those when I was small. I'm talking like 5 or 6. And me being the child that I was, y'all, I like to just throw things when I was a kid. For no reason. I just throw it. Like if it looked throwable, it was getting thrown at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So I took this little crafty kit full of glitter and sequins and all kind of nonsense. And I chucked that thing across my room one day just for the hell of it. And of course it exploded. And you guys, this was at least 20 years ago. There is still glitter in the floorboards of my nana's house. It's still there.
I
It's
I think if somebody said, and I don't want to take credit because I heard this from somebody. Somebody said that we need to start considering glitter to be an STD, and I just thought that was hilarious. I was like,
because there's my why would you I as an adult now I just can't process why would you give a small child this access to these things
I
and leave them unsupervised? You're asking for chaos. You're asking for something to go wrong.
you know what? But I think there was a time, and it might still be going on. I have a brilliant stepson who is almost 19, but I don't have any biological children. So I didn't go through the little kid phase. But I know when I was a kid,
They're
I
devils.
think I will just say,
I have 4 nephews and they're all, I don't care the age, they're all devils.
I will say this. I was born in 85. I will say this. In the late 80s to the mid 90s, nobody gave a shit about their children or other people's children. And I will say it's evident in the toys that were produced when I was a child. They didn't give a damn about us because I remember describing, I don't remember what it's called, but I had this doll. It was supposed to be some kind of fairy thing, and it was like the biggest toy that year. And it was literally a flared base, and there was like this doll action figure thing with plastic wings, and you stuck the feet down in this flared base and pulled it. I mean, literally, it was a string, and it was literally like starting a lawnmower. You would pull the hell out of that string, and it would just fly around the room. I mean, kids was getting their eyes put out.
Why do I feel like I know what you're talking about? No, because they continue that into the early 2000s because I fully remember a toy like that on TV when I was a kid and begging my mom for it, and she's like, no, because you will end up either killing yourself or killing your brother. And even at my small age, I had to be like, you know what, you're probably right.
And I had one, but here's what makes it worse. Not only did I have one, but my younger cousin, that's 7 years younger than me, had one too. And I was like, how are we not deceased? Because, I mean, it was just, how? But we were fine. Like, it was just, but
Or even, I don't know if y'all had this. I don't know if this is an actual toy or if the little country children I grew up with, we just rigged these things to do this. But it was like a water gun, but you could put like not marbles. They were softer than marbles, but they were still pretty hard. And you could just shoot them at people. Like just shooting marbles at people. And looking back on it, I was like, this is not even like a Christmas story. You're gonna shoot your eye out here. This could literally take somebody's eye out.
I don't think we had that. And if we had that here, I missed. Shoot, I don't remember anybody shooting marbles at anybody. But
Granted, this was also probably my family's way of keeping us from getting BB guns, but it's still a projectile that's being shot at something by a small human with poor aim.
oh my god, I'm laughing so hard because I'm like, that's almost worse than a BB gun because at least a BB gun is like designed and made, I'm assuming, for, but marbles are just, it's just not.
It was
Oh
not,
boy.
looking at it now, it wasn't a good idea. Like I said, I don't know if that was their actual purpose or if we just made them that purpose, but I fully remember them from a brief moment in my childhood where we had those in summer, and it was just it was rough.
So I gotta quickly tell the pumpkin story. Even these comments are hilarious. I gotta get to some of these comments, but I gotta tell a very quick pumpkin story because I think this is something unique to DC where I'm from. Well, like I said, driving in DC is not. I'm not saying it's not a thing. People take public transit, you know. So I was on a bus with my mom. I was an adult because I think we were both taking an evening class at the college. We were both taking an evening class at the college. And we're on the bus coming home after this evening class at the college, right? And it used to be a time, and I don't know why the hell this was a thing. People would throw stuff at the bus, right? But I shouldn't even be laughing. Somebody threw a full-size damn pumpkin at the window of the bus, right? So
I wasn't prepared for that.
no, but the fact that that's not even a punchline, right? So here's the punchline. My mama gonna kill me because she watched my videos. Sometimes she gonna kill me. Somebody threw a full-size pumpkin at the window of the bus. There was a window behind my mom, and my mom jumped down and was like, "Am I hit?" And she thought it was a gunshot. Oh my god. Okay. I,
No, you said it's a full size,
like no full size pumpkin.
like not a baby pumpkin.
No. And I'm wondering how the hell, like, what?
Where do you get a pumpkin in Washington D.C.?
We had places that you could get pumpkins in the city, but for me, it was less where'd you get the pumpkin and more what activity do you do in your spare time that trains you to be able to throw a full size pumpkin with enough
Why
force?
are you throwing
Pumpkins are heavy.
Wait, okay. You know what? I will tell this story briefly because okay, so I did track and field when I was in high school. I didn't do it in college. I was a thrower, so I did shot put, discus, all that fun stuff. I didn't do it in college, but my roommate did it, and all of my like close friends were throwers for the track team at my first college.
Mhm.
And so I would hang out with them. And it was like a seasonal thing, but in the fall, we would collect pumpkins and they would go and they would shot put pumpkins. That was a thing. So that you said what you would, that is the first thing that came to my mind. They probably used to do shot put.
I knew it had to be some type of athletic thing because a regular person. Now, let me say this: I do not come from a military family. I am like Jane Citizen, right? And I didn't play sports in school. I played like basketball in elementary and middle school. I did not play sports in high school at all. So I'm wondering, I'm like something because you have to have some arm strength to hurl a full size pumpkin to be able to. And I'm thinking, what trains you for that? Like that's a very specific skill, I would think. So
Yep.
I mean,
That's all I can think of is that pumpkin pudding was not just a thing at Gardner Webb University.
But you know what? I can see that, you know what? It probably was some schools in the city that they shot put pumpkins because we had a turkey shoot. And every time I tell my husband, I was like, I could shoot a gun because I won the turkey shoot, right? And he's like, you all were shooting turkeys in high school? And I was like, no, no, no. Our ROTC program at school had it was like because we had a sub basement for all the ROTC stuff, and they had a range in the basement of the school, and they had us, they gave us the shotguns and they had us shooting, and the person who got the best score for shooting for each grade won a turkey. I think it might have been like the top three, and you win a turkey for Thanksgiving, right? Now, as an adult, every part of that is a bad idea. Every single part of that idea, who approved that? So now I'm looking at like that got through whoever's idea it was, got through the staff, the principal, that got past the school board. We we were literally shooting for turkeys. And then the fact that I just said people don't really drive in DC, especially not teenagers. And they were full, huge turkeys. And then we were taking them on the bus home because that is a horrible idea, right?
I just picture this turkey on the bus and nobody questioning it because it's the city. It's yep.
But nobody would question because one year, I don't remember what class it was, but one year, one of my teachers surprised me with a sheet cake for my birthday, like a full sheet cake, and I was carrying home my sheet cake on the bus, and nobody said anything. Like, I remember because it was my health teacher, which now looking back on it, it's not very healthy to give a child a full sheet cake, but okay, great, whatever. It was the early 2000s. It was look, this is the whole conversation summed up. How did these things get past health and safety laws?
You know what? I just thought. You know what else our track team used to do? Where our throwers used to do? There was a thing called flaming hammers. So there's an event called hammer throw. We did not have that in high school. I've never done it, but they did it. And the flaming hammer is where flaming hammers wasn't the event. It was actually just a straight hammer throw. But they would get together. Somebody would go buy a pack of like socks out of the dollar store. Somebody would go get lighter fluid, and somebody would bring a lighter. They would put the sock on the hammer. They light it, and they throw it. I'm pretty sure I still have video of it on my phone. I would like to read out these. This is a group of 18 to 21-year-olds lighting shit on fire on school property. Just throw it in a field.
Y'all witnessed Barrett try to kill me at 2:34 p.m. Eastern on October 16th.
Time of death.
I nearly flatlined.
Oh God. I really got to go do some adulting after this stream.
Oh my God.
Because I can't sit here.
Oh, my good friend is here. Zaida Nicole. Hey, look, we've been kikiing so hard, I forgot to tell folks that this is who my stream is dedicated to. My sprints today are dedicated to this lady right here. You are not old at all. So she is the person that my stream is dedicated to today, and I will be making my donation to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation in her honor. And for people who have come in since the last time we said it, The link, if you can donate, the link
Hello.
in the info bar. If you would like to donate, if you are not able, we love just having you here, having your company and hanging out.
We are still at 106.
Okay, I'm going to do my donation after we are done here. I'm going to put my donation in. So Barrett is embarrassed.
I want to know why that was his nickname. Why was that? Like, those are just outside of lighting shit on fire and throwing it. I've never heard of the word flaming and hammer put together.
But the thing is, I can think of a few reasons, none of which are appropriate for this stream. So I won't say anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is no family-friendly reason to be called.
There's no good way. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Barrett, my friend, I'm sorry. Yeah.
That laughter sounds painful. It is. I'm laughing because then the follow-up, and I could just hear this in Barrett's voice with straight face. He was in construction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh jeez. Oh my God. Oh gosh. So my best friend David, he dated a drag queen when we were in our early 20s. And so apparently it is a rite of passage in some circles, and he has stories too. He has stories that'll curl your hair. One of these days I'm gonna get him up here for a sprint. Let's see. Saying the village. Oh my goodness. No. She's inappropriate too, or else she wouldn't be a friend of mine. So you're fine, Barrett.
Okay, she's of our people too. Wonderful.
She's of our people too, so you're fine. Oh God.
You know what? You know what? That just made the image in my head all the worse.
Oh my God. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I truly thought, I'm sorry, I can't come back on screen. I don't have it in me to come back on screen right now. But I truly thought it would be Sitter Grayson causing this level of chaos for sure.
I know. And I was like, Grayson is not here on the stream. And I said, well, Grayson's not co-hosting with me today. So I was like, maybe it'll be appropriate, but it's not. It's not going to. So if anybody came here,
if you thought this was going to be the calm stream, you were gravely mistaken.
Well, I will say this. If anybody came to, and I quote, Booblethon.
This is true. If you came to Booble, you already knew what you were getting into.
Oh, speaking of,
oh
my goodness, speaking of.
What is that? Did we summon you? Like, I thought you were sleeping.
say boo boo 3 times and a Grayson appeared. And you are muted, dear. You are muted.
We can't hear a word you're saying.
I actually didn't get to nap.
You didn't get to know.
As soon as I got ready to lay down, I got a phone call from my mom.
Oh.
I was like, okay. I was like, what's up? She's like, hey, I had to go to the hospital. I'm like, okay. So as she's trying, instead of explaining to me what was happening, she's talking about her doctor and trying to set me up.
Is he good looking?
Yes. And I'm like, that's not the point. I want to know, are you okay? She goes, yeah, I'll get to that. But how do you feel about Indian men? Like, he's single. He's single. He's really intelligent. He's really sweet. He's been handling me nicely. She's like, so I feel like he could really use someone who could give him some good home cooking. And I'm like, ma'am, you're in the hospital. Let me know why you're in the hospital. I had to call my dad. I had to hang up with her.
Mom, my nana.
I had to hang up and call my dad and be like, what is happening with my mother?
But in all seriousness, is your mom okay?
Yeah, she is now. She had fluid on her lungs, so they had to drain that off. They drained 15 pounds of fluid so far.
Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm. But she didn't feel the need to tell me that. No, she was too busy trying to hook me up.
You know what?
I mean, are you open to the idea?
Listen. I mean, yeah, I saw the picture. I was like, oh, hey. But that's not the point. The point is she was in the hospital. I'm trying to ask questions like, how long are you going to be there? She goes, I don't know. That's not important right now. I'm just saying, Mom, how long are you going to be in the hospital? Yep. What is happening?
That is...
I come in here, sit here, and eat some Oreos, and then I heard king, and I'm like, oh, what's happening?
Oh, you'll have to go watch this one back. We've had fun.
Oh, so what's it mean being neutral? Let me.
You know what, Grayson? You know what?
This has been like, okay, so
in our defense, it has mostly been chaotic good.
Yes.
We started off talking about glitter and sequins and
tinsel.
And now we're here.
And this has devolved into
it went from glitter and tinsel to flaming jackhammers and
flaming jackhammers and flying pumpkins.
And yes, flying pumpkins. So we're thing as well.
Flaming jackhammers. Let's see. And apparently there were multiple flaming jackhammers.
Wait.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So was this just like a squad of flaming jackhammers? Baron, I have questions.
I have concerns.
And were they all jackhammer, or were some of them other things? Like, did we have a power drill?
Was there a flaming handsaw? Like,
I feel like I need an adult.
We all need an adult. We all need an adult. All of us.
First of all, as an operative elder, you're supposed to be the adult. Just saying. I said it.
Did I just bring him up here?
Yeah.
And he called me an elder?
Chaotic evil.
Sir, I will kick you.
Like, I mean, I'm going to sit here and eat my Oreo, so, like, I don't know what you're doing.
Okay, but look, you said you need an adult, and the doctor is employed and has a solid pension and benefits.
Good benefits.
So I feel like good benefits. And that's it.
I need to know, like, my solid question is, like, sir, can you handle 2 cats, by the way? Because Northern Dean ain't going nowhere. I need to know. I think Northern would fight him.
Look, we're trying to make this setup happen, okay?
I see that. My mom was really trying. Like, she has never done something like that before. And I'm like, ma'am.
Look, mom is looking out for you. I see no adults on the screen. I see no adults.
I mean, according to Grayson and Kaylee, I'm 12, so I literally need an adult.
Look, I'm a grown woman with a husband who's also like 12, but still, like, the people who've met my husband know that he's about 12.
Okay, but he's a badass 12-year-old, so like. I'm a grown woman with a husband. Okay, I got a husband too. And a fiance. I don't know what to tell you. I still need an adult.
But is anybody in that equation flaming jackhammer? No. Then are you really an adult?
I have so many concerns when you say that because I don't think you realize a woman in her 40s, and I know I'm 12.
I've been 30 for the last 8 or 9 years. Look. I was getting ready to say me too, and then I realized I'm only 35. I frequently forget how old I am, so that's a me thing. What? How old am I? I'm 40, so I forget how old I actually am.
I'm $29.99 plus shipping and handling. That is the best way to tell someone your age. I like that. I like that.
I'm still in that. Oh my God. Oh my God. My face is hurting from laughing. Okay, this was supposed to be, I had a whole actual mature stream planned, and then it has devolved into tinsel. Let's see. Let me give you the greatest hits. Tinsel, glitter, sand, professional apple bobbers.
Snakes.
What?
Snakes. It started with snakes.
Yeah, snakes.
Whereas I look back through the comments during that last minute, somebody called them nope ropes, and yes. I'm taking that.
That's it. It
you
is
said you better get that subscription before you get to me. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I can't even, like, I have lost all ability to function.
I am no longer able to can.
I wasn't able to can when we started this stream because I hadn't eaten, and then like I scarfed down my chickpeas during the first stream, and then I was okay, and then I said I was gonna get stuff done, and I basically
you. Get up here.
The dog is like, look, you put me outside. Look, Sky has been a whole mood this whole time. Sky is like,
ew.
She drooling?
She farted.
Oh, Sky.
Oh,
no, man.
Just keep keep the hindquarters away from me, sis.
My blood sugar has plummeted. Okay, that's not good. Please get a snack.
Please nibble on something.
My husband and both of my parents are Grayson.
I meant a snack.
Grayson.
Oh my God. I actually meant a
Grayson.
snack.
Sis,
I actually meant a snack.
Yeah. It's literally yeah. Ma'am.
We just got through with flaming jackhammers, and you just please go nibble on something, and I'm just like, oh God. Okay. Yes. But I am the wife and the daughter of diabetics, and I actually have really hilarious, like, diabetes stories. Yeah, he meant snack in many ways. You know what? I'm not doing this with you all. I'm not at all. But like, we have like, I used to, the first 2 years I was dating my husband, I used to call him Shelby, like from Still Magnolias. Cause okay, has anybody seen Still Magnolias? When it's Shelby and she's a diabetic.
Yes.
And she,
Yes, I have.
I used to and my mom was like, that's rude. And I was like, but is it inaccurate? Like,
It might be rude, but am I wrong?
am I wrong though? Like, am I wrong though? Because I'll tell you, if you think that I am ridiculous and silly, you have not met my family. You have not met my mom, either of my parents, really, but you have not met my mom. That's where I get it from. And I remember one time my dad's blood sugar dropped. My pop's blood sugar dropped, and we were in like a Walmart or a Target or something. And I was like, that's it. I got you. I got you. So I pull this candy out of my purse and I started giving my dad these candies. I got you, right? I done gave him a whole roll of candies that are sugar-free. I looked at the package and was like, oh shit, my bad.
Ma'am. Like, I got you sugar free. Damn. And you were ready too. You were like, I got this. I prepared for this moment.
I sprang into action with those sugar-free candies. Look, drink your juice, Shelby, as a whole mood among our Oh man, okay. Oh, I would not know what it means to be silly. I'm a serious person.
It's because you're an adult. Adults don't giggle, they don't laugh, they don't smile. They're serious. They're mature.
Okay, Colin. So this is a fabulous stream, but I have videos to record. Catch you all for the next bout of inappropriateness. Thank you for making my face and ribs hurt. Well, you know what? Bye, Colin. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. I am going to have to go ahead and start wrapping up because there's somebody behind me. Who is the next person I have?
The streamer. I was like, I don't see nobody behind you. Okay.
Really?
That's me. Bleeding.
Because it's in my phone. Wait,
Michael.
I'm not that ill prepared. As I try to figure out who is behind me, because I don't want to make anybody start late.
Isn't it Michael?
Is it Michael? Oh, he's the king of the boobles. That's gonna be fun.
The Booble King.
Let me see. Yeah, I think it might be Michael.
I thought I saw I got an alert off YouTube saying live in 30 minutes. And that was 24 minutes ago.
Okay, so let's go ahead because it is 2:54 and I have laughed until I feel like I'm gonna hurt something. So
yeah, Michael has 5 minutes.
Okay. I better clean up my humor before the next stream. Oh no, the king of Booble? No. You'll be
please keep this going, Barry. Whatever you do.
Please look. And Barry,
I'm gonna have to get like actual adulting done in the next couple of hours, so I may join y'all again for the closing stream.
Okay. I will be around, but let me go ahead and give as a matter of fact, I will go last. Jabria, you can give your outro and then I will kick it over to Sir Grayson.
All right. Hi, you guys. I'm Jabria, co-host extraordinaire. I write romance and short stories, and today I have learned I might be somewhat as chaotic as Grayson. I admit it. There you are. It's not chaotic evil, but it's still chaotic.
Yeah. What do, everybody? My name is Grace Wild, and I rock with pride. I like diving into fantasies and warm mugs of coffee with my chaotic evil. Thank you. I do apologize for being late. I came in very late and very confused now with flaming everything, and I have concerns, and I'm gonna watch this back and enjoy this. So thank y'all, and thank you for having me up here, cousin. On to you.
All right, and I am Portia Simmons. I am the president of Your Writers Water Club, where we stream on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and we sit back and we chat about all things writing and non-writing related. So make sure that you come and join me. Do me a favor if you can, like this stream. It costs you absolutely nothing. If you do have a couple dollars to spare, please consider donating to our charity, the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. Link is in my info bar, which I like to call the underneath bar because it's underneath there where I am. So please consider donating if you have it to spare. Make sure that you come to the next stream, which is our friend Michael, and have fun with us there. Thank you all for hanging out. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and I so truly appreciate that. And thank you to the person who's now my best friend in my head, Barrett, for coming and hanging out and bringing the chaos to the stream. So with that, I will bid you all a good afternoon, and I will see you on Michael's stream. Good afternoon, everybody.